What's up, you mighty morphin MontyVersers? We're back again this week. We're not following our regular Power Ranger schedule. We are just here to talk about all of the Power Ranger news we have been flooded with this week. And while we're waiting for people to get in here, we're just gonna do an impromptu hangout. We're gonna talk about the Power Ranger news, and we're also gonna talk about just whatever you guys feel like talking about. So, if you have any questions, let us know in the comments. Drop them in the Streamlabs link below. Anything you want to give to the channel will be much appreciated. But let's start out with Nicki. I've been seeing a lot of comments from people asking like what your favorites are for Power Rangers, since we are currently going through your first time watching Power Rangers, and so a lot of people have been asking what your favorites. So I think like while we're waiting for people to get in here, I think we should just like talk about some of your favorite stuff about Power Rangers.
I feel terrible. Like I know I answered at least one. Someone had asked me what my favorite episodes were, but if there's like multiple questions, then I apologize. I sometimes will skim over the comments, but I won't always read them 100% of the time, which I'm so sorry. And I'll make it
guys. Nicki's terrible. She can't be like someone who goes back and tries to answer all of your comments and questions.
I mean, it's also your channel.
It's what we share. Everything is shared here. It's a verse. It's a whole verse of things. Anyway, I think I know the answer to this. I think everyone should know the answer to this already. I'm starting off with a softball. What is your favorite Mighty Morphin Ranger so far? Now that we have all 6 of them, who is your favorite?
I mean, if you want to get technical, now aren't there certain ones that we're waiting on?
I mean, OG. Who's your favorite OG Power Ranger?
Okay, fair enough.
Let me rephrase that.
See, I know things. They're not spoiled for me, but I do know
them. Yeah. So yeah, we are finally talking about Power Rangers. This channel never talk about Power Rangers here. This is not a Power Ranger channel. I don't have tons of Power Ranger collectibles. Yeah, we don't, and we aren't doing Nicki's first time watch through of Power Rangers every week right here on the MontyVerse. But Nicki, stop dodging the question. People want to know, who is your favorite OG Power Ranger?
I mean, does it even need to be said?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
My biggest regret with not watching this as a child is I would have been so freaking obsessed with Kimberly Hart had I been aware of the series when I was a kid, because she's everything I loved as characters when I was younger. Like, yes, on the one hand, it's like the stereotypical, oh, the girly girl who wears pink and is fashionable and sassy, but like, holy hell, like, I didn't know what to expect going into this series other than maybe preconceived notions I had about the girl one. But man, she's just so much more than that. Firstly, Amy Jo is so freaking great in this role. Like, for a role that like could have just been such a pigeonholed stereotype, like she brings so much to sincerity to the role. And that, yeah, Kim is sassy, like she has attitude, which was clearly a requirement for Zordon to be a ranger, but there's also a lot to her. Like, I mean, we talked about like she volunteers, she cares about important causes. She
hey, Adam.
Hi. Whoa, another Adam.
A lot of great Adams in Power Rangers.
But beyond that, I mean, I also just love Pink. Like,
yeah, I mean, Kimberly the character is so iconic. Like, Amy Jo Johnson was so many young people's first crush in life. Not only that, but she defined what would be the Pink Ranger for many, many generations to follow her, even to this day. And I think looking back at the series from the perspective of being a fan of the series, Amy Jo definitely stands out as like, wow, Kim is a lot better than I remember. Like, she definitely, I think people too quickly pigeonhole her into the stereotypical Valley girl, and she's not that at all. She's very layered, even this early on in the series.
Yeah, like, and that's the biggest thing is too, where it's like, yeah, you could say that, like, you talk about how she defines the role and like is kind of the template, but like, I do like even without like the Ranger aspect, I just like her as a character. And even though I know there's a lot of other iconic Pink Rangers, and I know you just did the series on them, but it's like I truly feel like I would be shocked if I like a lot of the other Pink Rangers as much as I like her. Not to say anything bad against them, but it's like I feel like you said she's beyond more than what the genre perception might be like from someone who's not familiar. Also, she's badass with that bow.
Yeah.
Like, I like the fact that they all have these awesome weapons, but like she's by far, at least from what we've seen, the one who gets to utilize hers the most and in the most effective ways that end up helping save the day.
That is one of my legit like favorite things about Kim on my rewatch. Like the fact that she's so quick to fire that bow, like she does not care. She's just constantly rapid firing and attacking villains like with that bow. I love it. I love seeing her get hit with that bow.
And like just one more quick thing before we move on. Just, like it's so stupid, but like because I love Amy Jo's performance so much, and you know this. I just was like, I'm gonna go watch Felicity now. I like just watched the pilot and never continued it, but like that's how much I just wanted to see her in at least something else.
She's done a lot. Amy Jo, more so than I think any of the other Mighty Morphin Rangers, has done a lot. Well, Walter has. I've also seen a Walter in a lot of things, but she's done some stuff.
And she's directed. Like she's worked as recently as directing, I think, an episode of Superman and Lois. So like that's pretty cool though. But like between Felicity, that show Flashpoint, I think is what it's called. And yeah, like I know she's been behind the director's chair. That's pretty badass. And apparently she also can sing well, so that's awesome.
Oh, absolutely.
Adam has a question.
All right, Adam. What is your favorite Power Ranger season? That's a great question. I get asked that a lot. I have multiple answers to this. I think I have to say, from a nostalgia standpoint, I'm gonna say Mighty Morphin. It's what got me into this franchise. I constantly go back and watch episodes from that season. But I'd probably say season 2. I'd probably say I like season 2 the most out of all the other seasons of Mighty Morphin. But I'm a big fan of In Space, Time Force, and RPM. I know it's a bit of a basic answer, but those 3 seasons are so damn good. I can't help but constantly go back and rewatch stuff from those episodes. But speaking of season 2 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, there's something that was already spoiled for you by me. There's something spoiled for you by me before you even started watching Power Rangers.
I know.
Which is, of course, the power transfer.
Can you remember why we watched that? Like, it was just kind of like randomly. And in hindsight, I regret it. But
I'm just always watching Power Ranger content. Oh, hi, Zach.
Hi, Zach.
It's always good to say hello to some of our biggest fans, like Zach. Definitely hasn't been on this channel before. Yeah, so I just happen to be watching it, and then I'm explaining the whole power transfer to you, so that everyone knows that that's spoiled for you already.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like that's also not a big deal because like there was no chance in hell I was gonna avoid the fact that like, oh wait, like half the team like has different actors.
I mean,
now.
when the official Power Rangers YouTube account is spoiling plot points from Dino Fury for us before we had a chance to watch it.
Oh my god.
We can't really.
I mean, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but like there was a recent video that had a Dino Fury screenshot in it, and based on the nature of the video, it was something that I didn't have any freaking clue was happening. It's not a big thing that I think is going to drastically impact the plot, but I'm just like, what?
No, but I can definitely tell. What's up, Chuck? What's up, Tyler? And Steve, yes, I'm excited. This is what I'm excited about too. Like in Once and Always, it's been implied through like behind the scenes photos that we're getting an updated Morphin sequence for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and that's something that we really haven't had. Like outside of like they've always used the like 90s, like it's more like Tyrannosaurus, like where it's just them in the same outfit with the same hairstyle.
Which like I know that they had a limited budget, but that bothers me every time.
The only time they updated, the only one who has an updated one is Adam Park, is Johnny Young Bosch's Adam. And it was when he came back many years later when Disney owned Power Rangers during the Disney era. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what they come up with. I hope it's simple, but I hope it's like really simple and modern.
I was gonna say because like I know like in very stark comparison to simple is and I know we talked about like with Dino Fury. Like, talk about a sequence that is not simple in the slightest. I love it though.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And while we're on the subject of Hasbro, we've gotten some major. The Illuminati has dropped like 4 major Power Ranger stories in the last week, and I mean, personally, I feel like this is being done because the PR team for Hasbro is essentially allowing them to drop these big scoops because of, as most of you know who are watching. If you don't know, Hasbro, the company, announced last week that they had a huge drop in sales last year, and they were going to be dropping about 15% of their workforce, which was 1,000 people, and that left many people questioning the future of Power Rangers and how the quality of Power Rangers was going to be moving forward. So because of that, we got a big PR swing, and we got 4 pretty big Power Ranger exclusive stories. And one of them I'm really excited about. I want to jump into right now, and this might be why I spoiled that video for you, talking about
the power transfer.
Why I spoiled the power transfer, because it might be talking about these Rangers right here, and those are the Omega Rangers, or as they say in Star Wars, Omega. The Omega Rangers. I love the concept of the Omega Rangers, and I love them so much. So it was announced that the Lightning Collection is going to be giving us a 4-pack of the original team of Omega Rangers, which is something these Rangers haven't been released before. And outside of really Lord Draken and the Ranger Slayers, the Lightning Collection has kind of avoided the Boom Comics universe. And now they're starting to really do more and more with it, like the Turtle figures. And they did a Jason Trini 2-pack when they swapped powers in the comic books. But this, I think, is a set of figures that people have been craving because the Omega Rangers are so popular. And the Omega Rangers for me fixes one of the biggest gripes I have with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and that is the peace conference that Jason, Trini, and Zach just up and leave and go to. And if you don't know, in the Boom Comics universe, that was all a front because the Blue Morphin Emissary recruited Jason, Trini, and Zach to become Omega Rangers and to help with any fluctuating problems in the morphing grid.
Thank you for saying that, because I was like, who the hell
I definitely told you that, but you definitely forgot about that. So yeah, Jason obviously is the Red Ranger, Zach, Trini, and then this is why am I blanking on this right now? Kira? Someone help me in the chat. I think Kira? She was the original Blue Ranger. I won't spoil anything about that. But if you haven't checked out the Boom comics, please do, because they're so freaking awesome. And this is absolutely one of my best parts. Like, to the point where I wish in Once and Always and Cosmic Fury, I wish they make this canon. Not, and we'll talk about how they're introducing concepts from the comics and bringing it into the canon. But I really wish they just take this concept and they imply that it did happen. Just make like Billy, like, hey Zach, remember that time you were
went away?
You were an Omega Ranger and you weren't really at a peace conference. Because this is one of my favorites from the comic books. But yeah, that's really cool. There's some stuff in the chat. Let me see what we missed. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to this. We're definitely gonna get to this. That's a good question. We know that they want to do a reboot. We know that they want to do movies. It's up in the air. After the 30th season of Power Rangers, the future of Power Rangers is up in the air. We know that the brand will continue and that the franchise will continue because it is a big moneymaker for Hasbro. So that's a really good. I don't know what it's gonna look like either. Maybe it'll look exactly the same. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm not necessarily opposed to that.
Yeah. But Nikki, while I set up the next, what we're going to talk about next, let's ask you another question. Okay, so out of all of the villains that we have seen in Power Rangers, out of all of the, let's just say monsters. Okay, so excluding Rita and her henchmen, because obviously we know Finster is the best. So excluding Rita and her henchmen, who is the best monster or your favorite monster so far? In your rewatch, like up until this point in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
Oh my god, there's so many, and I sound like such a fake fan. I definitely don't remember most of their exact names. Just for the meme,
there's King Sphinx.
Yeah.
There's like Pudgy Pig.
I was gonna say for sure, like just because it's a meme, and I know how much you thoroughly enjoy him. I feel like I kind of have to say Dark Warrior.
Yes. The Dark Warrior.
I actually did like Madame Woe.
Madame Woe was cool.
She's cool.
I'll give you that one. Madame Woe was really, really cool.
And menacing. If I'm gonna be serious, is like, and I know she's not a monster. Scorpina is so great though.
Scorpina is great.
Like, first of all, like her actress like just looks freaking awesome. And she technically becomes more monstrous when she's made larger.
Scorpina definitely has one of the best designs out of all of the villains, hands down. And she actually seems capable.
She's capable. I feel like it's all Rita's fault, if we're gonna be honest, why she doesn't always win.
Yeah, Rita sucks. Rita's a terrible strategist.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the best. This is why I lean towards seasons 2 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Some of the best stuff is in season 2.
Oh, trust me, I'm excited. Like, again, other than as you mentioned already, that thing. I'm always completely in the dark of everything else.
I mean, we know that for a fact that the best villain is the Dark Warrior so far. He's the only one of Rita's hench people that has a backstory centered around their scarf that doesn't exist in universe that I created for myself. But like, he's the only one that like he hated being this weapon of violence for so long that he just found this scarf off of like one of his victims, and he just decided to wear it to represent like the brighter parts of his personality.
I was gonna say, I kind of feel like you're basically just trying to make a pitch for Hasbro to hire you.
I want Hasbro to make a Dark Warrior Lightning Collection figure, and I need them to get the exact shade of aquamarine that he wears on his scarf. And that's all I want. Do that, and you have me as a fan. Yes, many people have told us this, and it's obvious, and I think now that we know, it's very obvious to see in the Sentai footage because they're always standing next to each other.
Yeah.
So that's a little fun. I didn't know that during my multiple other watch throughs of Power Rangers. I never looked because I never really watched Zyuranger. I never really watched the Sentai. But I think we might have to start because I want to see that Rome. I want to see that ship. I want to ship Goldar and Scorpina.
A lot of monster names end in head. That's probably true, and like that should be like the tactic I use to memorize everything.
They should bring back the Dark Warrior as Dark Warrior head.
I'm not opposed to that.
Hasbro, message me, send me an email. I'm available to write for Power Rangers. Oh, and he has 2 scarves now. He's got the scarf, and then he's got like a little bandana on his head.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go like even bougier and be like, we're 2 scarves now.
I want him. No, he's gonna. You know what he's gonna have? He's gonna have a scarf, and he's gonna have the jacket that the Pharaoh wears in Yu-Gi-Oh. He's gonna have the jacket cape, and that's gonna be his look for when he comes back.
Oh my god! And then like there has to be like wind that just blows across him like, to make it elevate.
Hasbro, hire me.
Hold
on. Okay, where did we leave off? Right here. I owned many a Power Ranger toy from 90s. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you don't. I
was barely aware for most of the 90s.
I don't know if you've seen it, Adam, but I think in episode 1 reaction, I think I actually put up the shot of me and like as a young boy in the Red Ranger like Halloween costume, like with the official gloves, like the toy gloves from the series. And I didn't get that. Oops, sorry, my watch. And yeah, I had all the figures. I had all the Morphin Head figures. Had the Megazords. Had all the Megazords. I had the Dragon Zord. Had I had Titanus. Had the Ultra Zord configuration. I had the power weapons and the tiny ones. They were like this big. The power sword was like this big.
Oh my god!
And it combined to make the power blaster. And I brought it in for show and tell when I was young. So yeah, I definitely have very fond memories of Power Ranger toys growing up. I wish I saved end up saving a lot of the stuff I had back then. But that's why the Legacy collection, the Lightning collection, were so awesome because they gave me the opportunity to collect a lot of the stuff that I had thrown out and a lot better versions of it. To be honest with you, what's up, dude? Oh snap! I forgot Dynamite's on tonight. I'm gonna have to watch it.
I was gonna say I'm sorry now.
We will check out some of your Power Ranger art. Let us know. Check us in it. We'll check it out.
Ooh.
Be happy to check it out for you. Oh, we got another question for you, Nikki. Before we jump in to probably my most exciting, well, the second. I keep saying everything's because all of these stories are great, but we're gonna talk about the Orange Ranger after this. But the most surprising thing that you noticed about Power Rangers?
Oh my god. Okay, I'm trying to think.
That's a good question.
It's a great question. The only thing is like I now need to like remember like what were my preconceived notions before I ever watched it. Because like, well, here's the first thing, and like, man, I'm just an idiot, but I didn't know until probably too late in life that they spliced the Sentai footage together like that. Yeah. And I think that was just something like I just wasn't aware of like without having ever watched it, because I knew Sentai existed. I just somehow didn't know about this footage. But I think the other biggest thing to me is the fact that like, I mean, it's cheesy, it's corny, it has a lot of, it's very trope heavy in a lot of ways, especially like having teenagers as the leads. But at the same time, I do think that the show does have more depth to it than I would have expected. And like, even though it's by no means a great episode, I still think the episode with Tickle Sneezer, that literally just ends with Trini, like, I mean, we don't know whether or not it happened, but she wakes up and she's like, oh man, like Rita's like really getting my head. And it's like, holy hell, like that's dark. Cause like we make the quote unquote jokes about them being child soldiers. And it's like, no, this would be traumatizing for a lot of people.
Very much.
Especially young people. So it's like, that's something that I kind of appreciated that. Oh, like that's putting, cause I know like we mocked the last episode for like not being their best effort. I thought that little things like that, I think, do show some of their effort and the consideration of the impact of what this would be on a character in that situation.
Absolutely. And you know what? We're gonna put the Orange Ranger talk on the back burner because we just got a new question, and that they wanted us to explain the Dark Ranger. And by us, I'm gonna mean me. I'll talk about the Dark Ranger, and I'll kind of inform you about the Dark Ranger because this is actually cool, and I actually have read the comics, so I can kind of go into detail about this. Oh, see you later, Steve. Bye. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you for your question.
Yeah, great questions, dude. So we'll talk about that. Let me get my visual aids up. Oh no, where did they all go?
Oh no, not the visual aids.
My visual aids, no. Okay, well, I'll pull one up eventually. I'll pull one up. Yeah, it's a good one. Pull that one up. Let's see if that works. Because that should work. All right. So anyway, the character Heckyl. If any of you watching are familiar with Power Ranger Dino Charge or Power Ranger Dino Supercharge, if you watch it, I know you're not. He was like a. Let's just call him a lieutenant. I won't overcomplicate you with his relationship to the bad guys. But he was a lieutenant for the bad guys during that season, and he's essentially a Jekyll and Hyde pastiche.
Trust me, I watched the short.
Oh, okay. You watched my short that I did on it?
If I didn't, I would be a terrible contributor to this channel.
That's fair enough. And he wrestled between two forms, Heckyl and Snide. Get it? Jekyll and Hyde, Power Rangers, corny as ever, and I love it. So eventually he purged himself of the Snide persona, and he joined the side of the Rangers. And a lot of people assume that he would become a Ranger because in Dino Charge, that season, the Sentai season, had 11 Ranger suits to work with. And there was this one suit that never ended up getting used, called, I think they called it the Death Ranger in the Sentai, but I could be wrong. Someone let me know in the comments. And the Death Ranger, and they never ended up using it. A lot of people assumed Heckyl would become that. So what was really cool is Boom Studios, the comics, at this time, they were really going into Shattered Grid, like the big crossover between every season of Power Rangers and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers battle against Lord Draken. So they introduced what they called the Dark Ranger, and it was the Death Ranger suit from the Dino Charge Sentai. And later on in the comic, it's revealed that the Death Ranger is in fact Heckyl, which a lot of people assumed it would be. And they gave a backstory for the character involving, and it picks up the threads right from where the finale of Dino Charge left off. And it basically says that he took the Dark Energem that he was entrusted with and he made a Morpher out of it, but then he got corrupted, and Zenowing ended up sacrificing his life to purify him, and he became the Dark Ranger, the Dark Ranger from that, and he went on then to get the call from Jason throughout the Morphin Grid to help against Lord Draken, and then from there, he joined the Promethea team, which is really cool, and it's a team of Rangers from throughout different seasons, comprising of Heckyl, Mike from Lost Galaxy, Kimberly as the Ranger Slayer, Cam from Ninja Storm, Tanya from Zeo, and Andros from In Space. And he eventually goes on to become the Blue Solar Ranger for a little bit, and he becomes the Dark Ranger again. But what's really curious, and it brings me back to the question that started this whole conversation, is how is the show going to do that? Because the comics have made it pretty clear that they're their own kind of continuity in the Power Rangers multiverse. They're their own universe, like the 2016 film was its own 27. I always keep mixing those two dates up. 2017 film is its own continuity. So I wonder if the show is going to start weaving in comic stories into its own continuity, or if it's I mean, listen, if you guys have watched Dino Fury, you know that there's a character called the Green Morphin Master who essentially interferes with Power Ranger stuff a lot. So I think if they are going to change the Death Ranger story at all, I mean the Dark Ranger story at all, I'm sure the Green Morphin Master is going to be involved, because not only is the Dark Ranger from the Boom comics in a separate universe, but Dino Charge is in a separate timeline from the main timeline of Power Rangers anyway, because they exist in a timeline where dinosaurs did not go extinct. So who knows? But it's probably going to be to round about this. I'm sure that instead of Zenowing, I'm sure if they are going to change it at all, it's going to be the Green Morphin Master that purifies the Dark Energem, and is going to allow him to become the Dark Ranger. The Illuminati mentioned that he was coming back, Ryan Carter. They didn't mention how long his arc was going to be. Who knows if he will come back evil first and then he'll become purified again, as kind of an homage to the Green with Evil saga, like an evil ranger becoming good. Who knows? I don't know, but that's probably where my mind's going with it. That's what it's going to involve. It's going to involve Morphin Grid shenanigans. As always, this is Power Rangers, guys. Along with Orange Ranger, should there be a pink and yellow original Cosmic Fury Rangers as well? If so, who should they be? Plus, I got tons of questions about Cosmic Fury later on. Oh boy, I'm ready. Let's field these questions. That's a good question. One thing I really like about Cosmic Fury is that they're introducing so many firsts to the Power Rangers. Like, it's the 30th season. It's the first season that they've had a lot more freedom to tell the stories they wanted to tell, because they're not relying heavily on Sentai footage, which every other season of Power Rangers did. And with that, they're introducing a lot of firsts for Power Rangers. Like, we have our first, like the Zenith Ranger, Zaito's new Ranger form, is as Russell Curry likes to call it, champagne colored. And I think it's very interesting. It's got a white cape. I think it looks really, really cool and different. And now we're getting our first official Orange Ranger. And the Orange Ranger will be played by a character that you've met in Dino Fury already, Fern, which ends up becoming Izzy's girlfriend. And the Power Ranger YouTube channel did spoil that for me before I could watch it. So, but I think that's really, really cool. I think it's really fitting for Fern to end up becoming a Power Ranger. I think that's really cool that they're doing that. And I really like that we're getting an Orange Ranger, because I like seeing different colors. But to roundabout to John's question, do I think we should see? I think that yellow. I think them introducing an orange ranger was because the colors. If we introduce yellow, I think the color palette's going to be all over the place. Like pink, I would like for them to introduce a pink ranger. I think pink would balance the colors in the opposite direction. But we have the Zenith Ranger that's champagne. We have the Gold Ranger that's gold. And now we have an orange ranger. So if you introduce a yellow ranger, that's going to be 4 rangers really circling that same color shade.
Yeah.
And it's going to throw the rest because the other, I mean, you have red, green, black, and blue after that. So it's really going to feel weird.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's not the end of the world, but like, that's the funniest thing is I've never thought about it from an aesthetics standpoint.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to have these are champagne problems. Like we're getting blessed with so many cool things this season that we could ask these questions that we've never really gotten to ask before because we always knew what color the suits were going to be.
Right.
Based off what Sentai they adapted.
Right. I mean, I'm also biased. I would definitely like to have pink
Yeah.
as well. At the same time, I also don't know enough about the characters to like say who I think should be any of them since we haven't watched all of Dino Fury.
Why am I blanking on the robot's name right now?
J-Borg?
J-Borg.
Oh,
J-Borg should be the Pink Ranger.
Please. Oh man. Bless the heart of that actor.
She committed.
Oh yeah.
She committed 100%. So J-Borg deserves to be the honorary Pink Ranger. She should suit up for one scene.
Oh god.
Give her a suit. But not only that, but I know that we're besides Heckyl coming back as the Dark Ranger, we should be expecting more surprises. I think.
Oh, probably. And I mean, that was something that like you even told me about is that like, and at least what I'm aware of, like there's at least one or a couple characters who have come back already in Dino Fury. So it's not like they're limited in what they can do.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's really cool about this season. The Sentai they're adapting the Zords from. This is also a Ranger-heavy Sentai. I think there were 10 Rangers or 12. Maybe 12, because they were based off of the Zodiac.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. That's cool.
So I believe that there were 12 Rangers. So there's 12 Zords, and we only have a confirmation of 7 Rangers on the team. And now we have the Dark Ranger coming back. And now we have I mean, I've heard some rumors on who else is coming back, but I won't spoil that. But
yeah.
I mean, David Yost stayed in New Zealand a little longer than everyone else for the anniversary special. So maybe Billy will be back for an extended stay. Who knows? Maybe.
So just so I can clarify. So King Ungar is the upcoming season.
It's the most recent upcoming season of Sentai.
Okay, it's not that, but the season before that is what Cosmic Fury will take the Zords from, or an even earlier season.
And even earlier. I think 3 or 4 years ago.
Wow.
And I can't remember.
There's too many.
Yeah. Oh, okay, perfect. Okay. I just saw this pop up. 12 Zords because 12 Rangers. Also Spaceship Zord. Okay.
Jesus.
A lot of Zords. A lot of toys. They got to sell a lot of toys. A lot of toys for this season. Funny, Chuck, funny that you mentioned. I literally was just watching, before we went live, after we ate, I was just watching the video they uploaded today with the 5 questions with Hunter Dino. And Power Rangers Playback is the YouTube channel of, as Chuck says here, Catherine Sutherland and Nakia Burris, where they talk about Power Ranger content. They make Power Ranger content, kind of like us, except they were Power Rangers.
They're official.
Except they're official.
And we didn't talk to her, but we did see Nakia though.
Yeah, I've met Catherine Sutherland and Nakia. I've met them both. They probably don't remember me because they meet hundreds of people on a weekly basis. But I have met both of them. Extremely nice, wonderful people. And yes, I do watch the channel, and I'm sure Nikki, now that I told her about it, she will probably check it out as well. But yeah, I do catch up. I was going to watch the live stream last week, but they postponed it, and I watched the most recent video today. Good question, Chuck. Thank you for asking. Yeah, and obviously, like I was saying, see, Dino Charge and RPM are different dimensions, and the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie from 1995 and 2017 are alternate dimensions as well.
I was gonna say, like, I was thinking about it as you brought up the 2017 movie. Now that I've actually watched Mighty Morphin and understand what the characters are like in that series, it makes me all the more annoyed at how Kim is portrayed in the 2017 movie.
Oh yeah, Kim. Out of all of the Rangers, not actor wise, because I really like that cast.
Naomi Scott is freaking amazing.
The cast is fantastic, but Kim,
the way she's written,
writing wise, she was unlikable in the beginning. Like she did some pretty dark things.
And I don't even and not to hold it against someone forever, but like I don't even know if I truly like her even by the end, or at least it's more so like in stark comparison to how much I love her in Mighty Morphin. It's like, wow, these two characters share a name.
Billy, I think Billy's the goat of that movie.
R.J. Cyler's also amazing.
Billy, I really loved his interpretation of Billy.
Yeah, no, I think they did a great job.
But we'll talk about that movie more when we watch it. We'll watch it we'll do a live stream watch along with you guys, and we'll do that. Yeah, this is something that a lot of people have been talking about. I've been curious about myself. Like the primary Rangers outside of Zaito, all of their colors correspond to the core Zords of the Rangers from the Sentai. That I don't even want to pronounce. I'm not really good at pronouncing Sentai names, so I don't want to pronounce this Sentai. But yeah, except the gold, there is no Gold Ranger in the core cast of that series. There's a Yellow Ranger, so he won't. I wonder if they'll do any color. I wonder if they're gonna go back and they'll color correct it to look more gold. But most likely they'll leave it yellow and they'll just stretch it by having him be a gold/yellow Ranger. Oh, I like that. I would love a Violet Ranger. Listen, the King Onger Violet Ranger suit.
She looks fantastic.
So cool.
I love that design.
I loved all of those suits. I hope they get adapted into like I like that they're doing original suits, and I hope we do original suits again. But those suits are pretty badass.
That's where this sounds weird, and that's where I kind of struggle now, like being more of a fan of the franchise. Is the fact that's like on the one hand I like that they have the freedom of the suits, but on the other hand, there's such a charm to like using the spliced footage at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if I had a choice, I would love to see them do more original content because the story, I'm excited. Like the reason why I'm so excited for Cosmic Fury is we're taking the formula and we're shattering it.
Right.
Like we're paying homage to everything that came before while telling a unique story.
Yeah.
That only Cosmic Fury can tell.
Right. And I mean, I think that's a great thing because I think they should like try something different.
They're evolving storytelling techniques to fit the time that we're in. We're in a time where we like through lines that continue through the episodes. We don't like the sitcom format of wrapping everything up in one episode and kind of that's it. Like maybe the Rangers will lose for a while. Like that's why I think Green with Evil stands the test of time, because to see the Rangers with their backs against the wall and to see them almost on the brink of defeat and then come back and win is really powerful stuff.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah, J-Borg could be a Ranger, guys. Team J-Borg as a Ranger. Min or Billy could be yellow. Billy as a Yellow Ranger. That would actually be pretty dope.
I mean, hey, Bulk has been one.
Bulk has been. Oh yeah, the actor. You're talking about Paul.
I'm talking about Paul.
You're talking about Paul.
Okay. You know what I mean.
I got confused because in the comics he was a Purple Ranger.
That I didn't know.
Like for 5 seconds.
I know, but I never knew that like in any canon other than that. But no, definitely.
Yeah, I gotta get the Shout Factory DVDs. I gotta get on my Sentai game, guys. I've avoided it for too long.
And you know, like I'm on board too. Like, trust me, if we had enough time in the day, I would want to be an expert at this point and know everything. Hi, Morgan.
Hey, Morgan. What's up?
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us right now. This is us, not the show.
I thought you were gonna say the other us.
What, the Jordan Peele us? Nah, we don't have 5 on it. Tarragon. Okay, he's gonna. There's the Dragon Zord. Q Ranger? Is that how you would pronounce this? Q Ranger?
Q Ranger.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is the Sentai that they're adapting the Zords from.
Yeah, I took Japanese, guys.
All right. Yeah, I saw. It does remind me. It does remind me a lot of Serpentera. So I'm glad you brought that up. Nicki, you will eventually meet Serpentera. It is a Zord that an evil Zord.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the purple Dragon Zord from Q Ranger does look like Serpentera. So they could really. I think this season is going to have a lot more connectivity to past seasons than we realize, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited about that. So I'm really curious. Oh boy, Chris.
Right above that.
Chris, yeah, but like,
Oh,
how pronounce? Go ahead, pronounce that. You speak Japanese better than I do.
Uchu Sentai Q Ranger.
All right, okay, that sounded a lot better than if I would have.
I was gonna say it's been a while, but like I'm pretty confident I have my vowels down.
Are you talking about when they closed down the highway in California and like they backed up traffic for like hours? Yeah.
For what?
To a live appearance of the Power Rangers. Power Ranger Mania in the 90s was insane.
I didn't know.
You didn't know about the am I thinking of or is that Hollywood Studios? I can't remember. It has to be Universal Studios.
I was gonna say, I highly doubt that happened at Disney.
Yeah, no, it wasn't at Disney. Okay, so it was at Universal Studios.
But there's also one in Orlando.
Yeah.
So just make sure you have the right one.
I don't know. I was a little baby back then. I was a little baby boy back then. I don't remember. I would imagine so. I would imagine that would be the case. I would imagine we see it. I mean, they have the footage of it, right? So they could technically pull the Zord footage. And listen, they've done some creative splicing before. So maybe he'll have that, like, because again, we don't know how the arc's gonna evolve. We don't know if he'll come back as the Dark Ranger, and then maybe he'll become the Cyan Ranger. Maybe there'll be more Rangers. Maybe we'll have a full team of 12 Cosmic Fury. That would actually be sick. Now that I'm talking out loud, that like they're just hiding all of these Rangers from us. Like they gave us this little nugget of, oh, there's gonna be an Orange Ranger, and now it's just gonna be like, oh, and here are the other 5 Rangers. You know, that would actually be pretty cool. And listen, this is going to air at the end of this year, so we have so much time left until this actually debuts on Netflix. So the fact that we're getting all of this now, like, I'm really curious what they're holding back.
Right.
What they're holding back.
I don't know who that is, or if we've met them, then I'm an idiot and can't remember.
It could be Rafconians.
Rafconians,
aka Piccolo Antenna people.
I know who they are.
Yeah, I know, but I just wanted to say that out loud.
Oh, gotcha.
This guy Chris, man, always the troublemaker. I'm just joking, Chris. Great, happy to see you back here. Uchu Sentai Q Ranger.
I think that was pretty.
That was
close.
good. All right, guys, I'm gonna work on my pronunciation of Sentai names so I don't feel as self-conscious when I say them.
But you're an anime fan. How do you should know?
Yeah, but I've always been intimidated by saying the set because they're so long a lot of the times.
That's like, titles are always long in Japanese.
I'm American, okay? I just say Mighty Morphin Power.
Here's another one Chuck has. Toriki Sentai Orange.
All right, well, okay. Well, now you're just showing off. All right. Orange. I would just say Orange. That's all I would say. That's all I would attempt.
That's fine. Hold on. All right, and then right there.
This one.
No, above higher.
This one.
Yeah.
All right.
He needs me, guys.
Listen, a lot going on. A lot going on. Yeah. Didn't Yoshi Sudurso dispel this rumor though? Didn't he say that was going to be the original name for Wing's Ranger form? I could be wrong, but I remember him saying that like dispelling that rumor. That was the big rumor at the time. But I thought that he don't start with this. Don't start. You've been so good. Don't start. Why did you say that name? What's up, Tommy? What's up, dude? It would be awesome, man. I don't know. I'm kind of expecting there to be some more surprise returns. I feel like Heckyl is not going to be the only surprise return we get this season. You know, what would be kind of cool, and and guys, I've not heard anything because again, we're new Power Ranger YouTubers. I don't have any connections, but what I think would be cool is if the season is notoriously lacking a pink ranger or pink adjacent ranger, and we know that Amy Jo is not physically going to be in physically appearing. She may appear in like a Zoom call or maybe something else. But it would be cool if maybe Amy Jo shows up in Cosmic Fury as Kim, or maybe the Ranger Slayer version of Kim.
Right.
And that is the pink or violet Ranger that would appear. That would actually be pretty dope, right?
I would happily see her again.
Now I'm teasing myself. Because that'll probably won't happen. What's up, Partis? Hey, buddy. Good to see you.
And then go back.
Oh, that could be true. That could be true. Solon is the Silver Ranger. There's so many, we could there could be so many different Ranger forms. Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Who would be the Silver Ranger? That's a good. Wait, no, I answered that one. That's what led me into the Kimberly tangent.
Oh.
Into the Ranger Slayer Kimberly tangent. Question. So what do you think Robo Rita's face is gonna look like? That's a good question. Carla Perez. I would imagine they bring her back, right?
Wow, so they actually have a physical American actor playing Rita at some point?
I know. That would be oh man, you're throwing me for I've never really thought of the I know Robo Rita's gonna be there, but they could I would expect them to do that. I would expect them to have her come back. She's aged gracefully, very wonderfully. So she doesn't even look like she's aged that much from the 90s. So they could put her in some makeup, and yeah, I think they would have to reveal her face, right? They would bring her back just to do the voice. They would probably have her do some, maybe for close-ups and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. So yeah, I was on the fence, but now I'm gonna say yes. She will be back. All right. The viewing globe. Listen, they got a sick new viewing globe. Those behind the scenes shots from the trailer, that new viewing globe is dope.
They'll use the viewing globe for Zoom calls.
Yeah, maybe as a tradition, maybe as an homage to early Power Rangers, they'll show Amy Jo, but it'll be stock footage from Felicity. Instead of Sentai stock footage, they're going to use instead of Ranger suit stock footage, they're going to use actor stock footage this time around. Me too, Partis. I'm excited. I'm excited that we're doing different things. I'm very excited about that. And Power Rangers doing different things and taking that step forward, taking that step out of the past and into the future has me excited. I'm very excited. Zane could be Silver Ranger, but I doubt it. I have another past Silver Ranger in mind, a little younger, that I think might be good to come back and be the Cosmic Fury Silver Ranger. Listen, no one is more heartbroken than me that Jason will not be back from the for the reunion special, but unfortunately things happen. I'm not gonna really touch on the Austin St. John stuff because all of it's just still in the moment, and I'm not gonna speak my piece on it either way. But yeah,
it is what it is.
It's gonna be. I think that the proper term to use would be bittersweet.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a bittersweet anniversary special. There are Rangers that aren't going to be there. There are going to be Rangers that passed, and I think that overall, I think they know that they have to do something to pay respects to all the Rangers that physically couldn't be there. So I think that Jason and Kimberly and Tommy, and obviously Trini are going to get
some recognition.
Yeah, some recognition, some form of homage or tribute, or not tribute, or tribute.
Mhm.
So yeah, I do think that yeah, it's a bummer, but what are we gonna do? It's I did. I'm not going to let me being upset that we're not getting Jason and Kimberly ruin my excitement
Mhm.
for David Yost and Walter Jones being back as Billy and Zach.
Mhm.
Walter returning to the franchise for the first time since he left, all the
Mhm.
way back in 94, 95. So yeah, bittersweet is the word I would use. Think younger. Think I'm just saying Beast Morphers. Think Beast Morphers. Let's not beat around the bush. Um Jungle RJ, not only did Jungle Fury have the very first Purple Ranger, RJ is one of my favorite Rangers. I don't know what it is. I love RJ's nonchalance. Very laid back, very wide. He's a caricature of like the wise mentor, but instead of being like a wise old laid back Mr. Miyagi type, he's like a young surfer dude. And I loved it. I loved RJ. Wolf Ranger plus Wolf. Wolves are cool.
Mhm.
They're dogs essentially, if you think about it.
Mhm.
So yeah, you guys are so many great questions tonight, guys. I had a structure I was gonna follow, and as soon as all your questions started pouring in, I kicked that structure right out of the window.
Nice.
Yeah, this is basically what I was gonna be touching on. Yeah, so Mick and Nate, their actors were spotted in New Zealand, hanging out with the cast of the current season. So I think that we might see them as Silver and Gold for this year. Well, another Gold Ranger. Got so much just gold. This season is gonna be just bling crazy between the Champagne Ranger, the two Gold Rangers, and a Silver Ranger. What's up, Mr. Merch? That's awesome. Hey,
Hi.
we're so happy that you like our Power Ranger videos. We got a lot more coming. We've got 30 seasons worth of content to provide for you. What's up, Austin?
Hey.
And yes, Chris, that is exactly what RJ is. RJ is very, very much a Michelangelo type figure. He's like Michelangelo mixed with like Splinter. If Splinter's knowledge was in Michelangelo's body, or maybe even like the Master Michelangelo that we see in the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. I think that's a good way to describe RJ. Hell yeah, dude, more phenomenal year. Oh man.
Whoa! Happy early birthday!
Happy early birthday, or tomorrow, dude. Happy flipping birthday, man. Awesome to have you here, pre-celebrating with us, talking Power Rangers. But that's awesome, dude. Happy birthday again. Let's see. Here's my list. If there were to be 12 Rangers, Fern as orange, Jay Borg as silver. Ooh, okay. That's the color that Jay Borg should get. Silver. Min as pink. Billy as yellow. Ooh, I like the swerve here with Billy as yellow. I like it. Tarek as purple, and I forget, and I'm not going to attempt to pronounce that name because I'm terrible at it.
I'm just assuming it's Aurea.
That's probably it. There we go, Aurea. It's hard to like read and think about pronunciation at the same time.
Yeah.
Man, I would love this just because I love any homage to RPM. It's if I didn't have such a nostalgia like fixation for Mighty Morphin, RPM would be my favorite. I love memes, and RPM is the meme season of Power Rangers, and I love it so much, so much. I know Boom as SPD Orange is a dream, but only Cat in one episode had white and orange color. Yeah, Cat's Orange Ranger status. I wouldn't call her the first official Orange Ranger because her suit is predominantly white. It has orange highlights, and she only is a Ranger once. So if anything, I would probably classify her as a White Ranger more than an Orange Ranger. And again, she didn't join the team. That was just kind of a one and done.
Is this the same cat as Cat Hillard?
No, different cat. Different cat.
God
But this
damn
one
it.
is an actual Catwoman. Like she has cat features, some like cat ears.
Interesting. I was gonna say, like, I joked with Monty the other day, where like because Catherine Sutherland and Kat Hillard. I was like, wait, which one is the character? Who's the actress? For a while.
Yeah. I mean, Kat and Kat, they did you a favor. Kat is with a K, and Kat is with a C.
Well, no, but I didn't know which last name went with which of them.
Yeah.
So now I do.
So Hillard is the character, Sutherland is the actress.
Yes.
Gotcha. And if guys, there's a lot, so if I miss you, I apologize. Just cycling through this.
Hey, Andrew.
What's up, Andrew? What's up, dude?
I can actually answer this, and yes.
Yes. I'm gonna also answer that, and the answer is yes. The green candle's in 2 weeks, I think.
It's very close.
It's very, very close.
Because I whenever we do them, like I can kind of see like the lineup of episodes. Like I don't know anything about them, but I'll see like the titles, and now I know whenever we get to multi-part episodes, it's like, okay, so this will be like big ones coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, this is so intriguing to me. This is definitely, they're being mysterious with this on purpose. The Space Patrol Academy badges that Adam and Aisha are wearing. Really want to know like what I love when the franchise, and I spoke about this the last time we went live. I love when the franchise makes the universe feel bigger and connects it in a way that expands the property. So for us to go backward into SPD and to like, because SPD was supposed to take place in the far future when it came out, and that the future of 2025, which is
the far future
of 2025. But SPD was well over a decade ago.
For some reason, I remember those toy commercials very vividly.
Yeah, and SPD also has a pretty banger theme song. Also, I really enjoy SPD too. Sky's one of my favorite Blue Rangers. But yeah, I'm really curious to see how that goes. Interesting. My name's I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know yet.
Nicki can't answer that, and I'm not going to answer because I don't want to spoil anything.
All I know is compared to other series, I can at least answer those sooner, hopefully, than others.
Titanium Ranger. Would love to see Titanium Ranger come back, Chris. Love to see Magnet. I like Mike. I like Mike as a character, and I like the Magnet Defender suit. I like what they did with him in the comics when they did the Promethea Rangers. If you haven't checked that out, recommend checking that out. Yeah, that's Sentai. Luckily for us, we have the more floppy American Dragon Shield to look forward to. Very interesting. Cosmic Fury are they going to make Fern the Orange Ranger to be the 6th Ranger or just extra Ranger? Well, she's going to be technically the 7th Ranger, right? I think it's so weird because the dynamic for this season is going to be shifted, I think, because I think Zaito is going to be the true 6th Ranger of this team. Because it's weird because you're starting the season with a core team of 6 Rangers, which we've never done before. It's always been 5, and then a 6th gets added later. But now we're starting with 6, and I think she's going to fill the slot of that 6th Ranger. Meaning, like we'll go a few episodes in, she'll come in and she'll be an addition to the team. But for some reason, I feel like Zaito is going to be like OG Tommy, where he just pops in and out of situations. Because he's the Zenith Ranger, baby. He's a Champagne Poppy Ranger. He's too blinging. Like he's just gonna come in and wipe the floor with people. I think. Yeah, give me all the colors. Give me like 75 Rangers. Give me an actual legendary battle that's not terrible. Give me all the colors of all of the Rangers. Ranger pink or yellow? Nicki, I think you already answered this, but I think we should all just come accustomed to this answer. What is your favorite, pink or yellow?
Like characters, or like do I like pink Rangers versus yellow?
Probably
Rangers?
Pink or Yellow Ranger.
I mean, pink. I want there to be a Forever Pink special at some point.
They should do Forever Pink. I mean, yeah. I mean, there was one in the comics recently. They did a pink team up in the comic books. Man, oh snap, Germany time.
Oh, thank you so much, by the way.
Thank you. Oh, I said Mr. Merch. That's not. I'm sorry. A lot going on. Mr. Morrell, thank you so much for stopping by.
Right.
Appreciate you, and
yeah.
thanks for checking out our videos across the world. That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's so cool.
Also, Donnie.
Donnie.
Yes, thank you so
what's
much.
Up, Donnie?
Happy Ash Wednesday.
Yeah, it is Ash Wednesday, Mardi Gras. Right? It is Mardi Gras today, right?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it is.
That sounds right.
If anyone knows better than I do, let me know. But I'm pretty sure today is Mardi Gras. Tyler, thanks for stopping by, buddy. Always good to see you.
Yeah, no worries. I'm learning too.
Okay, if you could ship any Rangers besides Kim and Tommy, who would they be? Oh,
I feel like I don't know enough.
You don't know enough to answer this.
And I also don't want to like just say any two random Mighty Morphin because that feels disingenuous.
Well, didn't you say you shipped Zach and Jason, like jokingly?
I said because we had this conversation the other day in terms of like I don't know what brought it about, but we were kind of talking about like which out of the OG Mighty Morphin, like between each of them, like who do they each interact with the most with in terms of like the group of them. And I kind of feel like Zach and Jason, at least like platonically, but they interact a lot with each other, especially compared to some of the other Rangers.
They'd be a cute couple. Zach and Jason.
I think they would vibe.
Let's just say, so I don't spoil anything for you. Let's just say Zach and Jason as our official answer. This is true.
I was gonna say, who's that girl? Who's that girl, Angela, that he likes?
Angela.
She doesn't like him.
She's so mean to him. Poor Zach.
I mean, to be fair, he comes on strong though.
He's just like a kid.
Fair.
Maybe. Maybe we're definitely getting power. I will say it's a safe bet that we will get some version of a power up this season because we have to sell toys. We have to. Power Rangers has to sell toys, so there will be some weapons upgrades. There will be some version of. I think that's why the suits are so plain. I think maybe there will be armor attachments to them. Yeah. Somehow.
Or again, like you said, they're not the final suits.
Yeah. So I think we are going to get some upgraded version of the suits. Or something like that. See, everyone was schooling me that Mardi Gras was yesterday. See, this is why I effed up because in my head I told myself that Fat Tuesday and Mardi Gras were two separate things, but they are the same thing. So I messed up. Okay. But here is where I am.
Master Morpher.
Andros and Insert Ranger. I don't know if let's just say yellow.
Yeah.
Let's just say yellow. Yeah, and this we still have to talk about. We went on such a tangent that we didn't even talk about the Master Morpher coming to the Lightning Collection. Guys, this is like the last big story that broke. And this was actually the first one to break. We are getting finally, after years and years of fans begging Bandai and then Hasbro to release a Master Morpher. Jason David Frank made it happen. He got Hasbro to work on one, and they will be releasing it this year in honor of Power Rangers 30th anniversary and in tribute to Jason David Frank. Not only did Jason David Frank work with them to replicate the Master Morpher for the Lightning Collection, but he also recorded specific voice dialogue for the Master Morpher before his passing. So this will be his last Power Rangers related project. So that's really cool. And it's a great way to honor Tommy and Jason David Frank for the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers. To me, and if for those of you in the chat who don't know, the Master Morpher is a morpher that Tommy is seen using in the anniversary special Dimensions in Danger, and it is a morpher that allows him to access all of his Ranger forms. And it's really, really cool. They never officially released it. I have one on that shelf back there next to how do cameras work? Right there next to the Tommy, but it's one I had to build myself. I got all the stuff through Starlight Studios, which I'm sure a lot of you know how to do. And I took apart one of my Legacy Morphers, and I built a custom one because there was no officially released ones. But now we are getting an officially released one. And I think that's so awesome. And it's something that JDF fought for and fought to have done. So I'm really happy that we're getting it just in time for the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers.
Hold on, higher.
Higher?
No, lower.
Lower?
Up, one more.
Right here? And right here.
Yeah.
That's literally the one I was going to click on.
I didn't know what you were gonna do.
I mean, listen, and if they were just gonna switch, like they switched Amelia's color, and I don't know why that's the case, but I feel like they could have just switched his color as well, and because I think gold is too similar to the champagne color, and I wish they would have made it a yellow Ranger. What are you gonna do? It is what it is. Either way, I'm excited. I'm excited. Maybe, and we talked about this earlier. Maybe they're gonna tint the yellow Swordfish Zord to make it a little bit more gold in post production.
Aw, Power Rangers Monday.
Yeah. Hashtag Morphin Monday. 5 more days, baby. Let's go. What is your opinion, guys, about the Cosmic Fairy? We'll only have 10 episodes and no using of Q Ranger suits. Listen, I'm very excited for listen, it's 10 episodes. I didn't even know that. I thought it was.
I was gonna ask.
I knew it was shortened. I didn't realize it was shortened that much. Listen. They're like I was talking about before. This season is adapting to modern consumption of content, of television content. So instead of bombarding us with 52 cheaply made, heavily produced, fastly produced episodes, we are getting 10 quality episodes, 10 scripts that weave into each other, that tell one story, that have character arcs and character developments and a strong plot. So I would rather take 10 quality episodes that I can go back and rewatch multiple times than 52 episodes and 48 of them are filler. I think that so I don't really have a problem with that. I really like the Q Ranger suits. Nikki, I have an example for you to look at right here. This is the orange Q Ranger. I really like those suits. Cool.
I love that star cutout on the
chest. And they all have that because again they're based off of the astrological signs, the zodiac. So they're adapting some aspects of the suit, like the Morpher. Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer, but I like that we're doing our own thing. I like that we have our own suits. But it's kind of a bummer that we're not getting it. Didn't they? I know for a fact this was said in the comics. I don't remember if they said this in the show, but Ninjor gave it to Tommy. So that is your answer, Chris, from a comic book nerd. Ninjor and Morphin Grid. Definitely not Zordon. I'll tell you that right now. Guy's a scumbag. He did not, but he did in the comic Legend of the that's not it. Soul of the Dragon. He used all the power coins in that, and I don't know. I don't think that's canon, but the canon of this is left up in the air because this comic introduced JJ, which was later confirmed to exist in Dimensions in Danger. So yeah, there's that. You have to boom. Oh wait, Rita sent down a money. Yeah, exactly, Chris. Exactly. If you guys can pick between a whole season finale with morph fights or unmorphed fights, what would you choose? That's a really good question.
As soon as I saw it pop up, I started thinking about it. Here's the thing. I love the unmorphed fights because I think it's really cool to see the American actors in action and doing their own fighting. On the other hand, then you become super limited in what they can do.
I'm going to go off script. I'm going to take the script and I'm going to throw it away. And you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say I want a finale with battle damage suits. Because what we've never gotten is we've never gotten a finale where half the suit is torn off and the helmets are gone.
Oh, yeah.
And the Rangers have to fight. They have some of their powers, but their faces are exposed and the battle damage. That's what I want. The whole, we've gotten pieces that Tommy has had a broken helmet.
Right.
And Rangers have had broken helmets before.
And guess what? They can still use their weapons.
Yeah. And still use their weapons. And that would be pretty brutal. This is how I explain most things about Power Rangers, except Morphin Grid.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I wish Ninjor returns. I cannot wait until you meet Ninjor, Nicki. Ninjor's a vibe.
A lot of things are a vibe.
Fun Sentai fact in
Ninja Sentai, Kaku Ranger, Ninja Man, or Ninjor.
Nice. Thank you for the fact. What I mean is, imagine them fighting bad guys morphed up in the whole episode, or another one of them fighting on more. Yeah, no, we got it. I kind of cheated you of an answer and said that I wanted battle damage suits.
Yeah, that's cool though. I'm glad you brought it up anyway.
Yeah, that would be something different, right? That's exactly how he did it. How'd you know? He mixed all. He's just like, yeah, we'll just mix all this, and then he drank it, and then he spit out the Master Morpher, and that's how Tommy got it. It's a deleted scene from the episode. You can watch it online. No, you can't. It doesn't exist. I made that up.
Or a microwave.
Carter's a badass. Carter Grayson is just that Carter doesn't need a Master Morpher. Carter will just roll up on you with a blaster and just unload laser beams in your face. And that's the Carter Grayson method of fighting bad guys. Respect it. I
said it correct.
All right.
I'm smart.
We get it, guys. Nicki's better at pronouncing Japanese words than I am. Well, you are part Japanese.
Yeah, but like vowels in Japanese are the same as Spanish, which are the same as Italian.
Leave my people out of this. What is it? Okay. People are going to keep asking me this until I'm forced to pick an answer.
I was going to say, I feel like we need to like start a blog or something and like have and like they'll be periodically updated as like we discover new stuff. But at the same time, I haven't watched enough, but Kim all day.
Kim is your favorite Ranger.
But you know what? From the little bit I've seen, I love Amelia too.
I'll exclude Mighty Morphin. I'm gonna say RPM. As I said, I love memes. I think RPM is the meme of Power Rangers seasons. And on top of it being a meme, it's good. It's some of the best writing Power Rangers ever had. Some of the best acting. Some of the best chemistry between the actors. Really great storytelling. Power Rangers, when it got a chance, and this is what I'm hoping Cosmic Fury to be. Power Rangers took a huge risk with RPM just because they thought they were going to be canceled. So they just threw everything at the wall. And that's what stuck. And I really like that kind of like ricketiness of it. So yeah, RPM all day, baby. Favorite Rangers, I'm gonna throw a couple at you right now. Obviously Jason. Obviously Jason's a huge favorite of mine. Adam, love Adam Park. Jen Scott. Izzy from Dino Fury. Izzy has skyrocketed her way to becoming one of my favorite Rangers because she does not mess around. I love that she just like is so aggressive and just charges into battle, and I love that about her. So yeah, more recently, I'll probably say Izzy's it's probably my favorite, most recent Ranger,
and possibly one of your favorite Green. Now.
Yeah, definitely. Be on the lookout for that Green Ranger top 5 Green Ranger list because I did make it, and I am gonna shoot it, and I am gonna make those videos, so it is coming. I mean, the Green Ranger is iconic. But for me, I feel like everyone's favorite Ranger was the Green Ranger growing up.
Yeah.
So
and now I understand why.
He's so good. Like there's no denying Tommy as being the greatest Power Ranger to ever morph. But yeah, I mean, I'm a pretty snowflake. I'm a unique snowflake. I have my favorites. What's up, Donnell? Love having you here. Love that you love the content.
Thank you very much.
And we're happy to make it. So thank you again. Oh my God. One of my favorite lines in all of Power Rangers, just them fielding their questions to like, why do our Zords have giant googly eyes on them? Like just, oh my God. So great.
That's the best when there's like that level of self-awareness.
That it's so self-aware multiple times throughout the season. I'm hearing this too. I would love that because that feels appropriate. I wouldn't want anything like 40. I was afraid that it was going to be like 35 to 40 minutes, like an extended,
like a long episode.
Yeah, but this feels like a two-parter. Which, listen, I know they did that. Hasbro didn't give them the budget to do movie length because they wrote a movie length script, as they said in the Power Ranger Presents. But 55 feels really, really good.
Oh, on the same wavelength.
Smart, very smart, Jason. OG Red, baby. Second Turbo Team. TJ, love TJ. TJ is I add TJ to my list of favorite Rangers. I'm a big TJ guy. Lost Galaxy Team was great. Time Force also really good choices here.
Yeah, from what I know about Time Force, it sounds freaking amazing.
Time Force is so good.
I hate that I have to wait for it though.
Time Force, probably out of all the other Ranger seasons have really good acting. Time Force to me is like
the pinnacle,
like very high quality acting. Like because again, Power Rangers, the majority of the seasons have these young teenage to early 20-year-old actors. This is their first jobs, a lot of them, and they're slowly learning their craft. It feels like a lot of the Rangers and Power Rangers were already seasoned actors when they stepped onto the show. So I really like Time Force. Dino Buckla. See, I know that, guys. I've seen enough Sentai clips to know that. Yes, we do plan on continuing. To watch.
Like I said earlier, I just wish like I was a bigger expert in all of this because I currently don't know as much as I want to. Because just seeing like how passionate and knowledgeable of the fan base is, it's like, man, I hope I get to that point at some point.
And you know what? I'll give you a lot of props. It's a very intimidating franchise to approach.
Yeah, because like there's part of me that's like I kind of want to rewatch what we've watched in Mighty Morphin so I can like actually retain it all.
Yeah, I know. It's very like again 30 seasons of content, and listen, you take it like a champ, and it is what it is. Will Meister, welcome back,
Thank
dude.
you.
Happy to see you again. Thanks for the $10 donation and super chat. Glad the Dark Ranger is finally showing up. For a second, I confused him for the Death Ranger and was scared. Ooh, the Death Ranger comic, guys. If you are not reading Boom Studios Power Ranger comics, go check them out or watch videos on them. But support local comic book shops and read comic books because they are fantastic. They are so good, and I highly recommend them. But yes, not the Dark Range, not Lord Zedd's cheap Dark Rangers or the Dark Rangers from the comic. But yes, the Dark Ranger is coming back. I'm very excited to see how they do it. I'm very curious to see how they're going to approach the Dark Ranger, if they're going to follow the comic book storyline or if they're going to do something different for the show. But very excited to have him back. I hope you enjoyed Ant-Man. I did. A lot of people didn't, but I did.
He's I already saw it.
Yeah, I said I hope you enjoyed it.
Oh.
Because I did. And
I know you did.
And I hope everyone else did. We're working our way up. We're halfway through season 1, baby. Halfway.
That's the biggest bummer is like because we're doing this series, I can't just binge like a bunch in one day.
We might have to skip around. We might do some fun stuff with you guys. We don't want to cheat you guys of her reaction, so maybe we'll we have a lot of plans to do more to open this up a little bit. We obviously want to we're gonna obviously review the anniversary special and Cosmic Fury, and maybe we're thinking about doing episode reviews of Dino Fury. We go because Nicki didn't finish it, and I want to go back and I want to rewatch it for Cosmic Fury. So if you guys want us to watch Dino Fury and give like episode breakdowns, let us know because we're definitely planning to do stuff like that. And if you guys are interested, the more of you that are interested in it, the easier it is for us to hurry up and get on that. Yeah, this fun fact I did know, which is why all of the Zords are animals and they turn into Zords, which is pretty cool. Do you guys think they actually made new costumes for Minotaur and Snizzard, or are they going to bring the Zords? Oh, okay. Yeah, because Minotaur and Snizzard are coming back for the special. I think they would have to make new suits. I think the suits over 30 years, I think they'd have to be rubber damaged. I mean, if you guys have seen like the OG Goldar suit and how much damage that has taken, I would imagine that they redid them or patched the existing ones. But either way, I hope Bryan Cranston comes back to voice Snizzer. I think he's a little out of their pay grade, but it would be flippin' hilarious if he did. Yeah, Chris, I'm sure you can retain all of it, but listen, you try watching the episode that we would just watched and try retaining that, okay? Yes, the Death Ranger in Sentai is different from the Death Ranger in the Boom comics. But you are correct. The Dark Ranger in Power Rangers is the Death Ranger in Sentai. And I just confused myself.
Oh no.
And there's
a lot though.
I just did mental gymnastics. But yeah, definitely more mature Power Rangers. I like not too mature because I think that this should still be fun for the whole family.
Yeah.
But
middle-aged adults could be fun.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I would prefer more like mature. I hope we get a splintering of the brand, to be honest with you. If we're gonna do 10-episode seasons, give us 10 episodes of like a really OG campy type of Power Rangers, and then give us 10 episodes of them or 5 episodes even of a more mature scripted Power Ranger series.
I was mostly joking, but I'm on board with that too.
Yeah, but I kind of like what I just said right now, and I want them to do that. So they should do that.
Yeah.
Chris, stop it. MODOK was great. Leave me alone.
Oh
Everyone, leave me alone.
Oh God.
I'm perpetually 21 years old.
Really?
That's that. I feel not a day over 25. I'm gonna give the Batman answer. I'm just constantly 25.
What do you feel like I am?
What do I feel like you are? 12.
What?
Well, let me put it this way. I was old enough to watch Power Rangers growing up. I'm 31. I'm 31. There's no reason to hide that. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I'm almost 29.
I'm an old man. My bones hurt. My soul hurts.
I was gonna say, like, I used to.
What's up, Fantastic 4 podcast? Everyone, go check out and subscribe to Fantastic 4 podcast. I've actually been a guest. Me and Nicki have both been guests.
Monty has been a guest twice.
I've been a guest twice. I was the first guest on the podcast, and it's a podcast where Dan and Jack, the two hosts, fancast the Fantastic Four based on a new director every week.
Also, you recently cast Amy Jo Johnson.
I did. In my latest pitch, I cast Amy Jo Johnson. So go check it out to see who I cast her as. We're definitely gonna. We are planning on it.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Actually, like, what's so funny is I have a show that I was invited to be on, and it's about women in film, and we had to pitch a female character we love. And I'm like, well, I'm going to pick Kimberly. And not that anyone say anything, but it's like my loophole would be, this movie exists. So she's been in a movie.
Yeah. You got to protect the brand. Got to protect the Power Ranger brand and the MontyVerse brand. The team up episode, we will
eventually do everything.
Yeah, we're going to do everything. Might have to do that one with edits. We do still have to work around copyright. Make sure we want everyone to support Power Rangers and Hasbro. And we just want to make fun content, but we will definitely react to that.
Wait, you're skipping a bunch.
Did I skip a bunch?
Right under him.
Yeah, I was just scrolling down. Just scrolling.
Sorry, guys,
down.
I'm trying to keep him accountable. Maybe I'm not doing a good job, but I'm trying.
Doing a terrible job. And romance couples too. Red Rangers need love. I love the Red Rangers. I love the color red.
Yeah.
So yeah, Red Ranger. I will love them. I will love them. Yeah, exactly. Root beer bar. That's mature. That's Riverdale.
Look, hot take. Root beer is my favorite soda. I would more happily go to a root beer bar than have regular beer. There.
I'm a spirits guy. I'm a Scotch whiskey guy. I prefer a nice Scotch whiskey
I mean,
before a beer.
I mean, I was gonna say if we're talking about alcohol, yeah, I like rum, so fair enough.
Yeah. Good question. There's a lot of mental gymnastics with this to kind of really say. I don't think they had time to do anything special. They didn't know that JDF was going to pass in such a
Yeah.
tragic and heartbreaking way when they were filming this. I don't think we are going to see who's under the helmet. I think I think it's going to be implied that it's Tommy, and we're
Yeah.
not going to see who's under the helmet.
Yeah. This is also one of those things where like I actually kind of don't want to think about it too much because I want to be surprised by whatever they do.
Yeah, it's very possible. I mean, Netflix is doing that like crazy now. They're splitting everything into parts. So I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of episode 10, it's like, tune in next year for part two of Cosmic Fury, and then maybe who knows? I don't know how much they filmed. I don't know how long they were filming for. 91, 91 for me. It's the beard. The beard ages me.
You
Man, I'm.
I feel like here's the thing, like I've been like kind of all over the place with how people guess what I am. So like, hey, I'll take that.
Oh, he said late 20s. Okay, yeah, I'm in my late 20s.
That's not bad.
I'm in my late 20s.
And like, by the way, like he's met my dad.
You got good genes.
Yeah.
You got good genes. Her dad looks extremely young for his age. Good acting. I've been rewatching Lauren's scenes in Samurai due to my excitement for Hunter Dino as Red Ranger. Again, do not like Samurai, but whoever played Lauren acted her ass off. I agree.
I'm assuming Lauren is awesome then.
Lauren is awesome. I think, if I remember correctly, she got a lot of unnecessary hate when she first appeared, just because Samurai was not a well-loved season.
All right, so she like took some of that.
Yeah,
bronze.
so she took some of that bronze, and but I think she's very well received now. I think a lot of people love and appreciate her in retrospect.
Yeah.
And she gets a lot of love at the conventions that I see that she attends. So good for her. And I agree, she did a fantastic job.
What color is she?
Red.
Oh, nice.
Oh
wait, is she the temporary?
Yeah,
red?
she was the temp red.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's like the first red, and Amelia's first full-time red.
Yes.
Cool.
Awesome. That's awesome, dude. I've been a Power Ranger fan since I was born in 91. Power Rangers came out in 93. I've been watching Power Rangers for as long as I can remember. Like Batman and Power Rangers. Those were the two things.
So just out of curiosity, like as a young child, obviously you did not remember it when it first came out. But whenever you did,
I understood it as a young kid. I understood it.
I'm just saying, like,
no, obviously not. It's obviously from rewatching and because they would replay Mighty Morphin.
Well, no, what I was gonna ask is, was it one of those cases where like you thought it was new as it was airing?
Yeah, because it was. I mean, I
didn't realize it was reruns. Basically,
I don't know. You're asking me on a live stream to go back into the mind of 3-year-old me to ask myself if I knew, because it came out when I was 3 years old.
Yeah, well, I guess my point is like, random tangent. Full House ended in 94. I was born in 94, so I used to think it was live. Is my point.
We are going to watch all of the movies. We're probably going to watch them in chronological order, though.
Yeah.
So
no skipping around.
Yeah, we're not going to skip around, but we are going to watch Turbo.
I was going to say, the only one we might watch like ahead of time is 2017.
We're going to watch Turbo.
Because that's like its own thing.
And I apologize to all of the Rocky fans in advance and Steve Cardenas, because I love Steve Cardenas. I've met Steve Cardenas. Nice guy, but I will be joshing on Rocky during the Turbo movie. Yes, that is canon. And there are cannons in that movie as well. It is canon and there are cannons.
Nice.
Yeah,
thank you.
I love a good root beer.
And you know what? I appreciate that reasoning.
I like a good root beer. Delicious. Oh damn! All right,
orange is great.
I love. I'm having a ginger ale right now, but I like a Sprite. I like a good Sprite. I had Sprite Zero for lunch.
Nice.
And I like Diet Sunkist. I don't like sugary drinks.
I love sugary drinks.
So I tend to do zero sugar. I just don't like sugary.
That's not a bad thing. Like that's the much healthier option.
I'm so glad. I hated when they did super seasons, like Super Samurai and Super Mega Force.
So it's like you have regular and here's super.
Yeah, Super Dino Charge.
And it's like, what was the improvement?
Like, because like you have a season called Power Ranger Mega Force.
Yeah.
Where they're the Mega Force.
Yeah.
And then it's the Super Mega Force.
But,
it's just.
And again, it's like for what purpose other than to sound cooler?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm glad they got rid of that. Very happy they got rid of that. They should have given them the Die Ranger suits. I'm surprised that they did not utilize them. I feel like they've appeared in the comics.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Because the white Ranger suit that Tommy wears is the Die Ranger white Ranger suit. From the Sentai. So I agree with you. I mean, I wish we could have utilized that, but I'm not gonna lie though. Those Omega Ranger suits, pretty sick. So Jason, Zach, and Trini, huge upgrade. I think they're better than the Die Ranger suits, the Omega Ranger suits.
Oh my god.
No, I'm not. I wish I was almost 29. Oh, Nicki is. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna start shaving my beard. The beard ages me up.
No, I mean, you should do what makes you happy.
Power Rangers, and we are doing it.
I also have the disadvantage of having a very young sounding voice. That doesn't help.
We've been to cons with a lot of Rangers.
Yeah, we were just at New York Comic Con this last October, where Austin, St. John, and Nakia were both at.
Yeah, I've met a vast majority of the OG Rangers, and a lot of other Rangers, but no, we haven't been. We plan on going
to a lot. I literally have the list of cons we're trying to go to this year.
Yeah, we're trying to go to We're gonna make it to Ranger Stop Orlando this year, and we're definitely going to plan for Power Morphicon next year. But hey, you guys, if you want to see us there, you should tell them that you want us there, and that maybe we can do like a live reaction at the con. Like we'll do a panel and we'll do a live reaction with all you guys. That would be so much fun.
That would be fun.
I would love that.
I'd look like an idiot and would not speak intelligibly and be nervous, but that would be fun.
I would just make fun of Zordon.
I mean,
I would just trash Zordon.
To be fair, with how we've done the reactions, we're not false advertising in any way.
Not advertising. I love David Fielding, but Zordon's kind of a deep. The characters.
Yeah, but that makes it fun.
You're right. So if you guys want to do a live reaction with us, let them know. Let Ranger Stop and Power Morphicon know, and maybe we can make it happen. Maybe we'll listen. We'll pay for tickets just to do the panel would be cool. That would be really cool. But yeah, we have done conventions, and to answer your question, and we do plan on doing the Power Ranger specific ones more now.
Yeah, cons are fun.
Yeah, now that Nicki is a Power Ranger fan, now that she's now she's becoming a Power Ranger aficionado like me. We're definitely gonna hit the exclusive cons.
Yeah.
More.
Part two of Cosmic Fury.
Oh, me too.
Assuming it's great, which I'm sure it will be. Yes, always.
More content. I love more Power Ranger content. Give it to me, all the Power Ranger content. Me too, dude. I still think they're real. I still think there's no better feel. It's hilarious. When I was like in my teens and early 20s, I used to my ringer used to be like the communicator beat from. It still is. It actually still is. My alert message is the communicator beat, and me and my friends were shopping, and we obviously looked like teenagers. Without the beard, I have and when I was younger, I had a baby face. So I looked like a teenager, even in my early 20s. And that thing went off, and there was a kid in line in front of us, and he turned around, and his eyes got big, and he looked at us. and just out of instinct, just to mess with my friends, I talked into my watch, and I was like, "Yeah, Zordon, come in, Zordon." And this is a true story, by the way. And the kid wouldn't take his eye off of us, after that. And as we were walking out of the store, the kid was explaining to his mom, I think those guys are the Power Rangers.
Oh my god!
And it was the most adorable thing ever.
That's the best. I can't believe you never told me that. That's amazing.
I definitely did tell you that story. You just forgot it.
Probably
100% you forgot it, because that is a very fun story. For me. I'm gonna skip past that, so you don't see that spoiler. Okay. Yes, Super Mega Force is based off of Go Kaiger. Not well, not based well off of it, but it is based off of it. They should have went Super Mega 2.
Yeah,
Super
yeah,
Saiyan
they
Mega 2.
they screwed that verbiage up badly.
It was so bad. Oh, that's awesome.
I think I was reading about that because Amy Jo is going to a lot of cons this year, and I think that's one of them. Like, y'all, like, there's one in Jacksonville that part of me is like, man, maybe I should just hop on a plane for like the day and fly back, like just to meet Amy Jo. But airline prices are not cheap.
Wow, dude. So so you're getting the anniversary special, and you're gonna meet a bunch of Rangers for your birthday month, dude. Oh, that's
Yeah.
on your 30th. Congratulations, dude.
That's
I
pretty
hope you
dope.
enjoy that. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope they animate some of the Boom stuff. Like, I would
Yeah.
really like for them to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know this. I don't know if you know this. The White Die Ranger, whose suit they based off of the Tommy's White Ranger. He was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So keep that in mind when we watch him, because some of the mannerisms he makes in the
Yeah.
earlier episodes. Yeah, I mean, I've seen clips of it, and I know people love Captain Marvelous from Go Kaiger, so I know that it made people even more upset about Super Mega Force. So yeah.
Oh, no.
Yes, she is. The conversion is complete.
Yeah, you've opened my eyes to a lot of properties and fandoms that I previously wasn't. I know more about the Bat family than I ever thought I would in my life because of him too. So,
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
this is a good non-Power Ranger question.
In reference to this, and your hat, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen.
So okay, let me preface this. I think I've said before, I've never read comics in my life. I read some manga growing up, but never any comics. So all I really have to go off of is movies, TV, and what Monty tells me. There's a lot of like really interesting stuff with DC, like I said, the Bat family and other characters I've learned about that I hope they make into films one day. But based on what we have, I love the MCU. I love a lot of other Marvel films. So that's probably my answer for right now.
Yeah. I've told the story before, but I grew up. My first comic was a Batman comic, Detective Comics 327. So I grew up DC. Like, I was pretty hardcore DC for most of my childhood. But as I grew up, I experienced a lot of Marvel comics that I loved, and I'm really towing both lines pretty evenly. I love Marvel, I love DC, I love Boom, I love Dark Horse, I love all of these different amazing comic book studios and all of the amazing work they've been putting out, especially in the past 20 years. There's been some amazing stuff. Some Marvel comics are some of my favorite comics of all time. Hickman's Fantastic Four, Hickman's Avengers, New Avengers, Hawkeye, Fractions Hawkeye. So many great Marvel comics, but my favorite comic book character of all time is Nightwing. So take from that what you will. Dick Grayson will always be my dude. Whether that makes me a DC guy, I don't know, but
like,
is what it is.
I think it's also fair to say the MCU is some of your favorite movies ever.
Yeah, but then there's Mask of the Phantasm and
yeah.
And so and the Batman was amazing.
Both of our favorite film of last year.
I'm waiting for DC to live up to their potential. Is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We tried. It feels a little. The pacing feels weird in the videos. I don't know. It's too much.
I think what we've done so far is actually kind of nice because when we had Green with Evil, like that would have been an absurdly long video. And then we had a two-parter, which, that's not as jarring. But I think that helps us have the consistency. But I like that at least we give it faster by having it in the same week.
Yeah.
I like what we're currently doing.
What we were doing, I think a lot of this is nostalgia-based, especially starting with Mighty Morphin. So with us starting, with us doing them once, like, one episode per day and for however long that multi-parter is, and it takes us back to childhood when we would come racing home, coming prepared to watch the new episode of Power Rangers. So it instills that, like, feeling like, oh, you have something to look forward to the next day.
Right. That way, like, it's not like we're regurgitating it all at once.
Yeah.
I think it makes it more special. At the same time, like, that's not to say we will never change our format or try anything different. That's not. We certainly could at some point.
Yeah. Love RPM. Love RPM. Love Dylan. One of my favorite Black Rangers.
Yeah.
Alien Tiger. Yes. He's the current blue Omega Ranger. So Google that, blue Omega Ranger, and you will see a tiger. I mean, let's not pretend like animals have not become Power Rangers before. Fire always wins. Charizard. Not even gonna let you answer.
That's not fair. I saw a great post about how great Meganium is today.
Meganium is terrible.
Meganium is a cute flower dinosaur.
Meganium
creature.
is legit horrible. Charizard will solo everything.
Whatever.
That is the answer.
And by the way, like, you know, point out the statue in the background.
Charizard statue. We're working on. If you guys have noticed us constantly shifting stuff around, it's because we are changing our backdrop slowly but surely. This will be more. We're gonna have a cool new setup. We're working on it piece by piece. We're gonna take the bed out of here. Convert this into the MontyVerse studio. So
yeah,
it's gonna take some time, but get excited for that because that's gonna be cool. And then I could display my full Power Ranger collection, all my Zords and helmets, and that'll be on display for you guys. So that's gonna be cool. But yeah, Charizard. We are loving The Last of Us.
I was gonna say, like, it hasn't even ended yet, and like, provided that they don't just like suddenly screw something up at the last minute, this is easily the single best video game to film or TV adaptation ever.
100%. We are enjoying it so much.
Oh no, don't get him started.
You got it. You nailed it, Chris. You're always on your game. Yeah, Neo Saban. I like some of the I like a lot of the Disney seasons. Like I like SPD and I like some of the Disney seasons. Neo Saban is my least favorite era of Power Rangers. It felt it's felt the cheapest Power Rangers has ever felt. Some of the worst acting, and I'm not blaming the actors. I just think that they were just given the worst possible conditions. I think it's just,
which happens. Like, you can have, that's the problem with like any media, is like you have the most talented actors, like you have independently good parts, and the product still sucks.
Yeah. I agree. I will agree on this sentiment. Marvel has released animated movies, but they haven't been great. Marvel has had great animated series like Spider-Man, X-Men, why am I blanking on this? The Spectacular Spider-Man and Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes were amazing series that got cut off too short. But then DC fires back with like Batman the animated series and Young Justice and Teen Titans and Green Lantern the animated series. So I agree with your sentiments, Donnell. 100% agree. Awesome. Spidey is the GOAT. He's one of the best superheroes. One of the most. I think it's a tie between him, Batman, and Superman. I don't know which one is in the lead now. I'm assuming it's Batman or Spider-Man for most popular character in the world. But yeah. Oof. I'm sorry that you made your life so hard.
No, he made his life even better.
Should have just picked Cyndaquil. Your life would have been so much easier because he's the best.
I was gonna say, I also love Totodile. I probably rotate between Totodile or Chikorita depending on how I felt.
I'm not even gonna acknowledge that. My first motion comics, as in the hair products, it was almost those comics that came with Snoop Dogg Doggy Styles album, but my mom took them from me and replaced them with those Abuse Supply comics. Well, you got to start somewhere, but that's awesome. It's so I like hearing people's like first exposure to comic books. As someone who loves comic books and loves physical media, I have a big comic book collection. I plan on displaying a lot of that in the backdrop too. It's so cool that you guys are sharing that with me. So thank you, Will Meister.
Maybe you should do a comic stream one day.
Maybe we'll talk about comics. Like if you guys want more of these hangouts, let us know down below. Like we like doing them.
I mean, I'm not as knowledgeable about a lot of stuff. Unless you want to talk about Disney or Pixar.
Yeah.
Then I might be useful.
Yeah, we're gonna do them.
I was gonna say, I'm assuming we'll do anything related to Mighty Morphin.
We're gonna do them. Yes, and they will form a Megazord called the Omega Ranger Megazord. Omega Zord. Oh, the Omega Zord! Sick. Can't stop me, dude. I'm always 10 steps ahead. Maybe, hopefully. I don't know. I kind of like what Hasbro's done. Like, I think the series has taken more risks than it ever has before with Hasbro. So if Saban does take over again, I hope that they continue the trend of believing in the franchise and treating it like a proper franchise and doing new things with it. Not just because when Saban bought it from Disney, yeah, they revived the series, but they created it, they turned it into a Mighty Morphin clone, except cheaper, and they made everything worse. And I don't want to see the franchise revert to that again, but who knows? Who knows? Old hatching. Fair enough.
I mean, that's the way you're supposed to do it. Get all of them.
You gotta do it. Really hope Hasbro makes all the Power Ranger comics into anime movies and series, because then we can have a whole different universe of Power Rangers, more better than the TV series. That would actually be sick.
That would be really cool.
That would be. I really hope that they animate the Boom stuff one day.
And it would translate to like the animation style very well.
They're missing a huge opportunity if they don't capitalize on how beloved and critically acclaimed the Boom Studio comics are. They really need to capitalize on that. Yeah. I don't know what you mean by that, but yes.
Proper power.
Oh, I understand. Yeah, no more Saban stylings. You want proper Power Ranger glory. Gotcha.
Which is fair.
Understood. From my mom. Joy. New York. We live in New York, the greatest state in the country. We're New Yorkers. But again, looking to travel to Ranger Stop and Power Morphicon and Power Ranger. We really want to be more involved in the Power Ranger community now. I've always gone to like conventions, and my entire for a large portion of my life I'm a regular at a lot of conventions. So
yeah.
I never wanted to go to any of the. I always wanted to go to Power Morphicon and Ranger Stop's fairly new, but like Power Morphicon I've been dying to go to, but I work a lot. I worked a lot when I was younger, and I had life things going on that I couldn't really attend, and it's every 2 years, and I would have to go by myself, so I was just trying to find time and travel and stuff. But I'm really excited to hit 2024.
Yeah.
Power Morphicon. So yeah, I don't know how I diverged back into that one. Excited to go. Oh wow, we've been going for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Time flies.
But in a good way, though, at least.
Yeah, we'll go. We'll do another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll end at $2 on the dot. 2 hours.
Let's see.
Yes, we need Power. Like, I feel like we're in a prime time of Power Rangers now. Like, I feel like, me personally, I feel like the community is at a point where it is more excited than I've ever seen it before. In the past couple of years, I feel like we're at a fever pitch, and of course, there's a lot of haters out there because every fan community nowadays has haters. But I feel like the true Power Ranger fans, we're really excited, and I like that. We're in a golden age.
Yeah.
Will Meister, thank you.
Nice. Firstly, I just want to say Heart Gold is easily one of my favorite games in the main series.
Yeah.
We both finished Scarlet and Violet recently, which were also great, but
I love Scarlet and Violet.
They were great. But I will always have a soft spot for Johto and Heart Gold specifically.
Yeah. I'm. You know what? My favorite is probably.
Which game?
Yeah, which game? I'm probably not going to say my favorite because
I
I don't know yet.
And like
I have to go
he
back.
disagrees with me. I really like white too. But also for reference, between white and violet, I am behind and haven't played any of them.
I like some of the Sinnoh Pokemon, but I hate the starters.
I
The
don't
Sinnoh
like
starters are
I
terrible.
don't like Sinnoh. I actually didn't. I don't even think I finished Diamond. I wasn't a fan.
I love, but Infernape is dope.
Infernape is cool.
It's like did I mess up? I probably messed up regions. Sinnoh is
Diamond Pearl.
Sinnoh is Diamond Pearl.
And Infernape.
Oh, no, I got it right. Yeah, Hoenn had. No, not Hoenn.
I do like Hoenn.
I'm confusing myself. Never mind.
Yeah, I do need to go back and play a lot of the games I missed though.
Oof, Chris, coming at you, fighting words.
I mean, hey, I just didn't play it. Like, I would play one and my sister would play the other one, but like, I'm sure it was just as wonderful. I just picked the one that. What was the reason? Because so Phanpy, weirdly enough, is my favorite Pokemon, and I think Heart Gold had Phanpy, whereas Teddy Ursa was in Silver. That's probably why I picked it.
Of course you would. Blaziken was dope.
Yeah. Oh, I love Blaziken. Torchic was always my Hoenn starter.
I always loved how they described creating Blaziken. They were like, we wanted to see how ugly we can make a Pokemon and get away with it.
It still looks cool though.
Yeah,
like
still pretty badass.
It's like a weird chicken humanoid. But I still like it though.
I'm insulted by this.
Oh no! Do not ever imply he looks like he's from the West Coast.
I'm New York through and through.
Yeah, no, both lifelong East Coasters.
Yeah, I don't put avocado on my pizza and arugula.
I mean, avocado's great though.
Yeah, but like, New York Italian.
Also, actually, Monty recently told me about the new Voltron.
Oh, Voltron Legendary Defender is so good. It's not new anymore, but it was new.
Yeah. For classic anime, it's like you gotta go Dragon Ball Z.
Classic? I'm a 90s guy, so classic to me is Dragon Ball Z, Gundam Wing, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Well, that's 2000s, unless you count Season 0. For me, like I'm more 2000. I'm like hardcore 2000s. Full Metal is by Alchemist, not Panic, is by far one of my favorite of all time.
I'm a purist. I like Cowboy Bebop. It's one of my favorite animes of all time. Series.
Definitely the best opening of all time.
Death Note. I'm a big fan of Death Note.
Everyone should watch Death Note.
Digimon. I'm a big Digimon fan. I'm a huge Digimon supporter. I think Digimon is one of the most underrated anime of all time.
Yeah, but it's getting like it has the revival, it has the new movies. At least it's like getting something though.
Yeah.
Chris is correct. So they reversed it for Heart Gold and Soul Silver for some reason, but I was like, I need to get my Phanpy.
Yeah. Oh man, I loved Yu Yu Hakusho. Good show.
Yeah.
Good show.
You definitely did.
Yeah, I did. I watched Arrow. I watched The Flash. I actually had a really cool Twitter interaction with Grant Gustin when he was cast as Barry Allen. He was so sweet, such a nice guy. So yeah, I used to watch him. I fell off. It just got a little much after a while. But yeah, I did. Arrow was really, really great. I met Stephen Amell. I have a ton of Arrow memorabilia. If you like the setup of this room is like there are shelves beyond, like if I pan the camera out, like maybe like 4 feet above the Captain America shield, I have shelves that circle this whole room, and I have a ton of memorabilia on it. And I have a lot of Arrow stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I was a huge fan of Green Arrow in the comics, so I have a lot of Green Arrow comics as well.
Nice.
Nice.
Yes.
Go Voltron is like the daddy of Power Rangers, and everyone loves a good daddy, you know?
Daddy?
Daddy?
Have you ever dealt with a Karen or male Karen? So like I've definitely dealt, I think this applies to both of us.
Yeah.
During work we both have.
During work I definitely have, and in like I don't think any person will ever not deal with a Karen in their life.
Yeah, or it's just like they're complaining about something where you're just like, why?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really that type of person, and I don't think I'll ever will be that type of person. But there are people out there that are just miserable for the sake of being miserable.
I was gonna say, like, and also obviously one interaction isn't an entire person's identity, so someone could have a bad day. It's just, to me, is the bigger issue is when you treat a service worker really badly.
Yeah, that's not cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't ever like insulting the people that handle my food. Um, everyone at the end of the day, everyone's a human being.
Yeah.
I was a bit of a hothead when I was younger. But I don't think I was ever disrespectful
You were never
or
a Kevin.
no, I was never a Kevin. I don't think like I
Right.
tried to be a nice boy.
Yeah, and like, by all means, like, I've probably fucked up before, but I definitely never want to be in that position, and
Yeah.
I hope no other people wouldn't be.
Well, here's the problem. Blaziken was the gateway drug.
Yeah.
Like they said, Blaziken was like just to see how much we can get away with, and because he was so because Blaziken Pokemon was so widely accepted, they were like, "Let's go, let's go as stupid as we possibly can." And guess what? They did.
Oh my
um,
god.
Fun fact: I actually am an archer, target archer. It's something I've been doing since I was a kid. It's a hobby of mine, so yes, I do. By the way,
Voltron.
well, I never watched the original Voltron, but I loved Legendary Defender. I thought it was really good,
Mhm.
so I'll say that.
Yes.
Zorda.
That would be the best. Like, just send like the like, hey, he asked for teens with attitude, so like Karens are like another subsect of that.
Super Mega Karen Force. That's the newest season of Power Rangers.
Kevin McAllister would be like an anti-Kevin as an adult.
Yeah, absolutely.
That sounds
Yeah.
that would be funny though.
Oof. Yeah.
That'd be like ultimate cringe humor.
Yeah, I have seen some of these videos before, and yeah, Karens be crazy.
I know you've been watching the newer ones.
Yeah, I'm watching Pokemon Pokemon Journeys Mastered. Aim to be a Pokemon Master. And I'm really liking it. I was gonna do reactions to it, but I don't know. I'm watching it. I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna give it a shot. I want to see what it's all about. They're teasing some stuff. It's gonna be the end of an era, but listen, you can't really do something new and different without taking risks.
Yeah.
And you can't succeed without taking risks in life. So
yeah.
Who knows? I'm sad to see Ash go. More than Ash, I'm sad to see Ash's Charizard go.
Yeah. But it also just shows like how insane it is that this is like the end of the era. Like,
Yeah.
I was even telling my mom, like, she took us to the movies and sometimes like watch it with us. And that's been like over a decade. And even when I told her like, hey, Ash is leaving, she's like, oh.
Yeah, it was like major news.
Yeah.
A little bit of both. Probably I'm more like comics Hawkeye and Green Arrow. Their personalities are a little different in the show and in the MCU. I'm a bit of a wisecracking, snarky personality type.
Yeah. I'm not surprised that there would be fan fiction that can be written better than a TV show.
I mean, tons of it. Oh, okay. That's not for us.
I'm not. I need to look up Gotcha Man now.
I did not see the notification for the final Mario trailer.
It should become, considering the movie's out like beginning of April. They better damn well be soon.
Let's go.
Wow, you sound more accurate.
Whoa.
That's more accurate than anything Pratt did.
Because I'm Italian. You got to get Italians to play Italians, okay? I listen. I've never heard a Brooklyn Italian ever sound like Chris Pratt before, okay? And that's a fact.
Well, there's also a first for everything.
I'm gonna miss Ash, and more specifically, I'm gonna miss Ash constantly failing at life.
Sometimes for like very.
Oh, that's cool. That's dope.
Yeah.
I know Pokemon has a direct. Pokemon's doing a direct on Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
So that's really, really cool. Thank you, Chris.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We're gonna react to that, and I'm gonna give my thoughts on it. Will Meister, thank you for the $10 super chat. Yeah, I did come back on for Crisis. I did watch it. I'm as a comic book nerd, I couldn't not watch Crisis. It's just such a major event in the comic books, and I was really curious to see how they were going to pull it off in the Arrowverse. Yeah. Oh yeah. Seeing the comic version, I do love the comic version. We're thinking about seeing it tomorrow.
It's also like what a stacked movie. Like the next month of movies is stacked. Like between Cocaine Bear, Creed, Scream,
Scream Vi,
Shazam 2. Like holy hell.
Yeah. Oh no.
What?
No.
Let me put it this way: if Chewie can get a medal, Misty can get her bike back.
Ash, if you give Misty that bike back, I'll never speak to you again. Some laws cannot be broken, okay?
Yeah.
Don't you dare. We have friends over on the What the Show YouTube channel that are really big Mortal Kombat fans.
Yes.
So if you love Mortal Kombat content, go check them out on
What the Show.
But for me, I'm not. I was never really a fighter guy. I played the Power Ranger fighter game Battle for the Grid, and I played
Does Super Smash count?
Yeah, it does technically. I would probably say Super Smash myself.
I was gonna say the only one of these. Did I play any of them? I don't think. No, there was one I definitely did. I don't think it's any of them.
Oh man. I'd probably say Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
I'd probably say out of the three of these, I'm very familiar with the lore of Mortal Kombat more than the Tekken or Street Fighter.
Yeah.
I hate that you had to hear it here first, but yes, Ash, they are doing the final mini series Farewell to Ash, currently airing in Japan right now.
Yeah.
And they will be dubbed in America, I believe, afterwards. But yeah, Ash Ketchum is leaving Pokemon. I even made a short about it, and I think it went like Ash Ketchum is leaving Pokemon. I think that was the intro.
I definitely cried when I saw that movie. I was also like 5.
I didn't cry during the movie, but I cry every time Ash doesn't use his Charizard in a Pokemon battle. I cry because why? Why do you abuse your Charizard, Ash? You terrible man.
Also, just above that, I have not seen any of the Firestarter movies, but I could be mistaken. Like, are we referring to Stephen King? Or is there something else I'm not aware of?
I've seen Zac Efron with his bloated face.
Which, to be fair,
with his injury.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say he was injured. I wasn't gonna say he has a bloated face. Okay.
Yeah.
I did. I did. I enjoyed that one. I thought it was cool. No, I didn't. I ingested a lot of content that, as a young child, that was not one of the contents. Ooh, that would be cool. Maybe they will be. Maybe they'll be like emissaries or be some sort of mentor figures this season. I don't know. I'm curious to see if they incorporate it anyway. I watched both Pokemon movies in theaters.
I was gonna say, well, I saw, because I think they theatrically released up to 5. I definitely saw up to Forever in theaters. So, but no, that's awesome. I definitely remember seeing 2000.
That's actually a really good favorite Pokemon.
He is great, but like it's so tough because he also has to deal with the legendary birds, who are also great.
Yeah, Zapdos is pretty cool. Will Meister, thank you for the $5 super chat. I did play Pokken Tournament. I enjoyed it. Fighters, I played Fighter Z. Like, I'll play fighters for franchises that I really like, but I don't really I don't love them too much. I like more like plot driven games. Ooh, that would be cool. Megazord Transformers. Guys, we just passed the 2-hour mark. We do enjoy hanging out with you, but I think we're gonna start going. If you have any final questions, get them in quickly and we'll answer them very quickly. But we are gonna start heading out soon.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. It's also a weekday.
Yeah, it is also. Oh, look who showed up, dude. What's up? Dude, testing limits. The last live stream we're on, he said that he was building a Dragon Zord cosplay. He sent me a picture of it on Instagram. It is fantastic. You guys should go follow him on Instagram and go check out his Dragon Zord cosplay whenever it's finished, because it was dope.
Okay, cool. I'm not off base. I have not seen any of them. I also wasn't into horror until like a few years ago, though. So I have a lot.
Yeah, I got you into horror because I enjoy horror movies.
That's not true.
Okay, whatever.
I think probably the first, like 2018, between A Quiet Place and Hereditary is probably what really got me into them to begin with.
Yeah, I mean we're in a renaissance of horror right now. So
like I actually like there's a convention in the city my parents live in that's like all horror themed, and they have a lot of huge actors that are going there. So that's one I'm trying to go to. Yeah,
I mean it should be fun. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks. You all.
We enjoy it. You guys, like these streams are fun because we get to hang out with you guys and we get to talk and answer questions. And...
yeah, like this was fun because like we had a lot of Ranger stuff, but like even though it went on tangents, it's like they were fun tangents though.
And if you guys want us to keep doing this, let us know and we will we'll schedule them more frequently. If you want us to do maybe we'll start doing once a week, or once every 2 weeks. You guys let us know if you enjoy this stuff. Let us know in the comments.
Why would you even ask this?
Yes.
No.
Yes. It's not even a question.
I don't want to think about it.
I'm a Pokemon trainer that both loves their Pokemon and trains for victory.
If you say so.
I'm everything Ash wishes he could be.
Yeah. And then all right, wrapping up. Maybe.
I wish honestly, compared to I don't like the Lightning Morphers. I think the Legacy Morphers are better. I hope it's a Legacy Morpher. Listen, I Testin, you weren't here when I talked about it, but I have the where is it? Right there. That's the Master Morpher from Starlight with the replaceable pieces. So mine is essentially like a plate swapped Legacy Morpher as it is. I mean, so I think it has to be the same mold as the Morpher.
Yeah.
But like considering everything that happened with JDF and considering this was his baby, he was working on it with Hasbro exclusively and directly, and this is going to be to honor not only the franchise but JDF. I wish they give us something special. I'll pay the extra price point on it. I just wish I want something high quality, especially the Master Morpher, the one prop that fans have been clamoring for years.
Yeah.
So I will not discuss shipping.
I was gonna say, like, the closest we probably got was the Pokemon Live musical. So where Missy sings about her love for Ash, and she was upset because he didn't take her to the movies on her birthday.
Yes. Oh, that's cool. Let me know. Testing. Keep me updated, dude. And guys, go follow Testing. He's doing cool stuff.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Maybe?
Yeah. I think the Side Duck will be back.
If they're gonna bring Pokemon back, like
I think Side Duck's coming back tomorrow tomorrow or Friday morning's episode.
Yeah. So did it have a song? Yeah. Oh yeah. There's multiple Missy songs about her love for Ash, allegedly.
And on that note, I think we're gonna wrap it up, guys. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below your thoughts. Guys, let us know if you want us to keep doing these live streams. Let us know down below. If you want us to do them more frequently, let us know. Comment on the videos. Let us know, like, if you want us to do once a week, twice, once every 2 weeks. Let us know.
Yeah,
we'll be happy to do that.
Yeah, topics like this was fun. It's always fun when people bond over nerdiness.
Yeah, that's why I started this channel, because I wanted to share my passion and joys with you, and have people on that enjoy the stuff that I enjoy. But Nikki, where can people find you?
You can find me at Twitter at EggLordNikki.
And you guys can find me on all of these places above, on all of the socials. And until next time, guys, stay versed, and thanks. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks.